What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk Up Close. I thought it was the other one. Hey, I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host with me.
Man, it's your boy, Mr. Too Many Reasons himself.
Yeah.
You know I'm always in the building. We're always in the building. But hey, man, you know what's up close. So when it's up close.
What's up close mean?
Maybe we got somebody special in the building.
Ooh, man, introduce our brother in there, man.
Hey,
Introduce
man,
our brother.
My guy.
Yeah.
The content creator.
Yeah.
The specialist behind Fresno's new hottest thing in the summer.
Facts.
FresnoProAm. We got my guy Alton.
Hey.
What up? Appreciate y'all for having me.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know
Love
how
it.
that is.
Yeah, man.
I love the setup.
You love the setup?
I love the setup.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
We enjoy the setup too, man. It's pretty professional.
You know.
We used to do the Zoomy Zoom. I still admire the Zoom because it was the start of something.
It was the foundation.
It was the foundation.
You gotta always respect.
Shout out to Zoom.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all can definitely endorse the Zoom. Y'all got a bag now. All this virtual stuff going on.
They got.
They did.
They got a bag.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I almost bought some Zoom stock right when the pandemic happened. But I slipped up on it, man. I forgot, man.
Yeah, that would have been in a, like.
That'd have been crazy.
I would have been up right now.
Yeah, you'd be up either Zoom or Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
Microsoft Teams too.
Yeah. Or the mask. Who the people that got the mask? Like the stock that people that be making the mask, like the
N95s?
The N95s and stuff. I don't even know what brand that is.
Oh yeah, they up too.
They super up.
Everybody up.
Everybody up if you virtual. if you virtual, man. But we got our brother in here, man. Tell a little bit of the folks, where you from.
Yes, sir.
A little backstory before we get into all the nitty gritty and
nitty-gritty.
the grandma
Fresno,
biscuits.
The Fresno. He's a Fresno name. I don't really meet too many true.
Born and raised, right?
Really?
Born and
Yeah,
raised.
born and raised.
Born
Fresno
and raised.
So talk to us a little bit about Fresno.
Yeah.
Fresno, well, a little bit about me. First and foremost, again, thank y'all for having me on the platform. I appreciate it.
Facts.
Born and raised here in Fresno. I grew up in many different sides of the city.
Okay.
And got family in every corner. And so I appreciate that, Man, growing up, I was into sports a lot, man. First love was soccer.
Soccer.
On a soccer
Hey,
team.
that was a shocker.
Hey.
I would have thought he said baseball, maybe even football.
I know. Why somebody told me baseball the other day? Do I look like a baseball
Yeah, you do look like a baseball player, like a shortstop. For sure. I was about to say the same thing, bro. I was like, yo, my man could be a shortstop. No lie, bro. No lie, bro.
I might have went further in that, but I played soccer. I loved it, bro.
Okay.
And
good
then
feet?
I had good feet, bro.
Okay.
I had good feet.
Good feet make good soccer players.
Yeah, that does for sure.
So that was fun. Until one day I was at recess, man, and somebody kicked the ball over the field into a neighborhood park.
Okay.
This was at Air. Shout out to the east side of Fresno.
Okay.
So the ball went over there. We was like, yo, what are we supposed to do? Like, what are we gonna do next? And so
Wait, time out. Y'all didn't go get the ball?
No. We didn't go do that. I don't know.
Did nobody say that to a teacher?
No. What happened was there's those little dry ditches that kind of go in and they kind of get the gate.
Yeah.
So we went into one of those.
Oh.
And it was like murky down there. Nobody knew what was down there. So we was like, it's a lost cause.
It's gone.
Yeah,
It's gone.
It's a lost cause.
Yeah.
So we picked
Ball
up.
gone.
Ball is gone.
Ball is gone. Yeah.
It's got gone.
So we picked up a basketball, man. And that's how it all started for me, really.
What?
Yeah.
So the ball, a ball that got kicked into the place don't return.
A no return.
Changed your life forever.
Almost like Sandlot when that ball went over that.
Basically.
But we weren't brave enough to go get it.
Y'all wasn't trying to get chased by no dog.
Nah, none of that.
Oh man! So hoop then hoop became the new thing.
Hoop became the new thing, man, and it grew on me.
Okay.
My pops started to teach me the fundamentals.
Okay.
Shout out to my pops, and he played himself, and so he just deposited a lot of what he learned into me.
That's
and,
what's up, man.
I took it with some grace. It was a lot of lumps. I learned about life through the game of basketball, which a lot of people do, and I didn't realize it at the time because it felt like a place where I could just express myself.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And I feel like when you have that and you find that in sports or you find that at whatever platform, it's always a blessing because that's an outlet right there. And so basketball was it for me.
So when you talk about some of the things you like, as far as like life, talk to you about like what was some of the life lessons that you learned through basketball?
Man, it was just, good habits, building good habits, being on time, communicating to coaches and letting them know, hey, I'm going to be late. I'm running a little behind, things like that. Just, stuff that like some guys in the program, and now that I see, hindsight, it's like, oh, now I see why they call it a program, because it's a program.
Got you.
It's learn these tools because they translate off the court. But, some guys, I had teammates where I had to, communicate with them in certain ways to get the best out of them. You tell one guy, hey, you better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you could just get, cuss somebody out on the team, bro, just to get the best out of them and just to make sure that they get some buy-in on the program, because you see how it translates into life. But yeah, that's just to name a few.
Okay.
Friendships, brotherhood.
That's big.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's big, bro.
I know that's big because sports does that. Sports brings that camaraderie,
100%.
that family, that atmosphere, because we about to go to war together for the next umpteen months.
Facts.
100%.
Us against whoever. So that's one of the biggest things that sports breeds is that brother. So you said you went to Air Elementary, correct?
I did. I've been to a bunch of them, but that was one of them. Yeah.
What middle school did you end up going to?
I ended up going to one middle school, and that was Toby Lawless.
You went to Lawless. That's right off the 99.
Is it 99? I think it's like Shaw. It's like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's in some neighborhoods, man.
Yeah. I know what I'm saying. I've learned my
Fresno directions.
Yeah, I've learned.
Yeah.
You learned it? Okay.
Yeah, and learning. So from there, high school.
Yes, sir.
What high school?
Yes, sir.
End up you gracing your presence with?
First high school I went to was Bullard High School.
Bullard.
Shout out to the Knights.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And what year was this?
This was to date myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
To
all
date
good, man.
myself.
Yeah,
And it was 2005.
Oh.
It's 2005 started high school.
Okay.
So
That's what's up. That was my first year coming out to Fresno in 2005.
2005.
Yeah,
I was
man.
a sophomore.
Yeah.
2005.
You was a sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know you guys were older than me.
Yeah. It's all good, neighborhood.
It's
all good.
It's
Yeah.
Black don't crack.
It
Black
don't.
And the second high school I went to was Central High School. That's where I graduated from in
He was
2009.
a Grizzly.
I was
Okay.
a Grizzly. I am a Grizzly. CGOE on
Okay,
everything.
he out here. Hey,
You saw,
Y'all
you
know
saw
what
the
it is,
different
man.
energy
You
you
saw
had.
that?
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, shout out to the Knights. No, I'm a Grizzly. I'm out here.
He did. Yeah, you did.
He had that DMX. RIP to DMX, bro. He had that.
The CG family know what it is, man. It's big and it's connected.
Hey, listen, y'all. Yeah, the Grizzly family is real.
No, it is real. It's real. My boy said he coaches at this Grizzlies for track, and he got his firework booth broken into, right? And bro, the Grizzly folks showed up and showed out, bro. I mean, they was just donating hundreds and 300s, and I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy. It was like, we got a rep for the Grizzlies, like, and and that's dope that they have a community like that where the community comes out and support like a coach.
Oh yeah,
that deal with some stuff like that. That's what's up, man. Shout out to the Grizzlies.
It's big. It's love it.
So you played for the Grizzlies. What position did you play though?
I really played out of position. It's crazy. It's funny you asked me that because only hindsight is when I realized that I was playing the wrong position the entire time.
the whole time. Huh?
I play point. I play shooting guard.
Okay.
And the reason why I think I play shooting guard is because I shot better than any of the shooting guards on our team.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
And so I can impact the game in that way. But there's no longevity in that. There's no longevity in playing in the wrong position. I put it that way. So D1, you're not gonna find a 5'9" shooting guard at the pro level. You're definitely not gonna find that.
Yeah, that's true.
You out of position. So,
I
play shooting guard.
You should have been a one that was a combo guard.
Yeah, combo.
Basically, what the NBA is now.
That's what it is, because it's not a lot of like
pure PGs
at all.
Right. The game's changed. But I was shooting a lot of threes, man. I was averaging probably 4 threes a game, 4 made threes a game. I don't know what my attempts look like, but I do hold the record for the most threes in the season. I think it was like one something. I can't remember. But
You was out there with the clip.
Full clip.
So what's the most threes you made in the game
that you can remember?
I can remember?
Yeah.
I would probably have to say not many. It was probably like 8.
Wait a minute, bro. You can't.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot though.
Wait.
In a high school
high
game?
school,
Yeah,
you
high
made
school, that's not
8
right.
in a high
8?
school game.
Yeah.
But you got to think about 8 made threes in a high school game.
That's crazy.
So that's 24.
24 buckets off threes.
Off threes. So
That's
that know
off
you
threes.
had some layups and probably
Yeah,
took
had
a
some free
throw
throws.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's some guys that really got a clip.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
Like-
but we talking about during that era.
They were in that era.
It's a different.
That's
8
true.
You feel
threes
me? Yeah,
in the
8 threes
game.
in that
Look,
era is a little
I'll-
bit different.
I always look at it like this, man. I could have did better. Like I could do
Okay.
better. There's room for improvement. So
Facts,
8
always.
is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still needed to put some more time into the gym, man.
Okay. And so you was out of position.
100%.
When did you realize you was out of position?
This was 10 years ago. For real. Like
When
this
it
is like
dawned
when
on
I
you.
dropped out of college, bro.
It-
This
when
is
it
like
dawned on you.
it dawned on me, bro. I dropped out of college. I was like, all right, okay. I got called to the office. This is when I was on a scholarship in Montana State University Northern.
Okay.
Shout out to the Lights. I was
Okay.
in Havre, Montana. Beautiful place, by the way. If y'all ever get the chance, go check it
I've
out.
heard good things about Montana.
It's country. It's real country.
Okay.
But anyways, I get called to the office. This is like May of 2012. Coach was like, "Hey, can I meet you at the come to the office real quick? We have a conversation." I already knew it was bad, bro. I just knew.
When they bring you in,
You know it's bad when it's like there's something in your stomach. It's like
You get that feeling.
excuse
Yeah.
me. Hey, we need to holler at you.
holler at you for a minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring it.
Yeah.
Long story short, man, I ended up getting my scholarship decreased. Basically, I took it as like, man, you've taken my whole scholarship.
Damn.
And so I remember going back to my dorm room, sitting there and just like, yo, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And so I just started thinking about the next thing. And it wasn't school. School wasn't in the plans for me.
I feel that.
I don't encourage no one to drop out, by the way. So, like, if you're in school, get that degree,
Knock it out.
you knock it out.
But school's not for everybody though.
But it's not for everybody.
Especially in today's. Back in the day, I can understand, but in today's era,
'Cause you
man,
can get-
it's
you can
like
get everything's accessible now.
it's so accessible.
So it's,
Right.
You know.
But I get
It's a new-
that paper is something you can't take away though.
Can't take it away.
Can't take it away.
But if you self-motivating, like you said, the information is out here.
Facts.
Get it in. But long story short, man, I ended up flying back to Cali, and I forgot the point. What was I? Why am I telling this
You
story?
said-
What was
you-
the question again?
Why? When did you
We kinda
realize you was
Wait,
out of
which-
position? But it's okay.
It's all good
That's
though.
that's why we love our podcast.
Yeah. It's like
Don't
let
worry
it
about
flow,
it.
man.
Keep
Let
that
it
in
flow.
there, too. Keep
Yeah,
that
we're
in
gonna
there.
keep that in there
That's
for
all
sure.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, when did you realize you was out of position, and
Right.
how did that develop?
Got it. Yeah, so I started to think about, life after basketball, which I've recently found out it's called like a second act, right? So I started
like that.
thinking about that. And I realized I love business. This was always something that was like innate to me, but I didn't apply business to basketball as much as I could have,
Okay.
playing smarter and not harder. And so that's what, I
Facts.
dropped out and started to realize that business was something that I wanted to be involved in. It's almost like knowing you want to play a sport, but not knowing what position is best for you. No pun intended.
Ooh.
So business was the arena.
That was
fire. That was fire.
That was a gym.
That's fire.
Which position was best for me, and so I had to figure it out. I had to go to awkward meetings with people that I didn't know what else to say after a couple of sentences because I got the answers I needed from what I wanted from. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I like your business. I'm just getting started. I just dropped out of college, and I'm telling my story. And so long story short, man, I ended up learning that marketing and promotions and things like that was a strong suit for me. It was something
Nice.
that was fun, didn't feel like work.
Nice.
And so the rest was history, man. I just started to hit the ground running and found a position off the court.
That's what's
Oh,
up, man. I
okay.
like
Yeah.
that. I like
So,
that.
Before we go any further,
Yeah.
in high school,
Are we taking it back again?
yeah, just one,
Okay.
It's just-
I was trying to get closer to 2022.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to tap in just a
We
little
gonna
bit.
get there.
okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
get
In high school, who was the guys and some of your toughest competition
Yeah.
during that time, that because you graduated 09, I would assume.
I graduated in 09.
Right.
Yeah, so during that your 3-year run at Central, who was some of them guys that you can remember, some of your stiffest competitions that brought the best out of you in those games?
I would have to say LA teams and Bay Area teams that we played, and maybe even the team in Sacramento, which was Sheldon High School.
Like, that's
Okay.
always a top.
Yeah.
Always the top dog.
Always a top
Yeah.
dog.
For sure. And then we ended up playing Westchester my senior year.
Ooh, bruh.
Yeah.
Chester.
They're elite.
They not. Hey, bruh. I don't know how they. This is before now it's like, it's still not legal, but it's legal to a degree where you be recruit. Bro, Chester, I remember when we played them in a tournament, dog. They had, this is freshman. I was a freshman at the time. They had 2 6'9s.
Oh yeah.
On a freshman team.
Oh, on a freshman team?
On a freshman team. They was just like getting them acclimated, and I'm like,
listen, Alton, I know you know about LA hoops, but being in LA,
it's crazy.
Growing up in LA, and just
what's that like?
It's different.
It's different.
It's different.
It is.
Right. You just really walk into the gym and you like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's damn near like the NBA to a degree. Yeah. Like its popularity is jam packed. The fans is there.
I believe it.
And they show up.
That atmosphere is nice, man. I wish to a degree high school was like that out here,
Right.
But we got our own identity in terms of basketball.
For sure.
Right now, it's a lot of system basketball.
Yeah,
it is. A little boring.
Dribble drive.
Drive.
Call it what it is.
Dribble drive.
Call it out.
It's dribble drive,
that's
and in my humble opinion, it's pretty boring brand of basketball.
Yeah, that's and damn near every high school
run the same thing.
Run the same thing.
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. But you know what? We're gonna get to this. But FresnoProAm is going to make some waves in high school games. But
I like that.
Toughest competition, Westchester. We also faced Mater Dei and a couple times.
I've had
stiff
my share
competition.
Of battles with
Yeah.
My share of battles.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
So you had some elite competition. You was able to play at the collegiate level for a little bit. And I know you said that they took your scholarship. But what led to that, though? Why did they take your scholarship? Because, you got recruited. It seemed like probably was a full ride or a partial or.
It was I think it was a full ride. Yeah,
full ride. You got a full ride. You know what I'm saying? And what position did they got you for the 1 or the 2?
They got me for the 2.
For the
like
2.
The way I shoot.
And so you're playing.
Right.
What was the reason why they said, hey, we need to
Come highlight.
I kind of answered this earlier, man. It was just, there was room for improvement, and at the time, I didn't see where that improvement could have been.
Okay.
But hindsight's 2020. If I wanted to be a professional ball player, why am I not working out with trainers who are professional skill developers and things like that? So for those of you out there who feel like you hit a plateau in your game, challenge yourself, get uncomfortable.
I like that.
I like that's another gym. Hey, listen,
man,
that's
my boy coming in here dropping gems out here, man.
That's the third gym,
bro. Out here, man.
Ain't been 30 minutes.
Ain't even 30 minutes. He gave you all the tea right now. You can eat for a whole year.
Listen,
whole year.
I hope he's soaking it up.
Yes. Wait,
he out here dropping them.
Come on.
Wait, time out. I don't know about that.
Damn.
Oh, I just picked that up. I just picked that up.
Yeah, that was.
Wow. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let that one go, man. But you dropped out 3 of them. Yeah. That was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, he did that.
So bad.
He did that. I'm happy it ain't me, because usually it's been me for a lot, for consecutive weeks, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Y'all hear that Talk Nation? It's your boy Reasons over here, man. He ain't got no reason.
Yeah.
No point intended. No point intended.
It happens.
So now, moving it a little bit to today's, right? You got that entrepreneur, that business savvy, that promotional aspect. What led you to like, I want to do something big out here?
Yeah. Yes.
It was a build up, man. I felt like it was just a lot of experience added up, right? And then things started to just become very obvious and very clear,
right?
That initiative needed to be taken.
Okay.
And I see no reason why not to take it. Is it a risk? Of course, but there's a lot of relationships that I have that are strong in the space, and so it's just like, let's build something together. Let's do something that that we all see is possible, and we don't know why no one's doing it.
Facts. That's real. That's 1,000%. That's one thing I would say about Fresno, and I always tell my boys, is that this is an untapped market, man. It has so much potential if like folks come together and realize like we can do some big things. It don't have to be like LA. It don't have to be like SAC. It could be your own identity, and it can still flourish, because that's what makes things flourish at the end of the day. It's their authenticity. It makes you like, man, I like what they do. It's that culture. When you go and play in Fresno, you know what you about to get, and you can have that prestige, uniqueness about the style of basketball out here. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
And it starts from the ground up. It starts from the ground up. It starts from, like I said, just taking the initiative. Let me ask you a question though. Since you've moved out here to Fresno, this is a question for both of y'all actually.
Okay.
Considering that this is an untapped market, and a lot of people feel this way.
Yes.
A lot of people feel this way. What hinders that? What hinders? What roadblocks do you see? It's like, this is why this is gonna probably seem like an untapped market in some sense.
I think a lot probably is the fear of will it flourish because of Fresno, what it is, being a conservative city, right? It's not, when you try to do innovative things, sometimes two things can happen, right? You don't get the buy-in from the community because they're like, we don't need all that out here. Or I'm just being 1,000.
Those are big facts.
Or you get it where it goes well, and then you got knuckleheads like, nah, ain't you gonna mess it up? You know what I mean? They starting problems because they're mad that it didn't come from their camp or it didn't come from them. So their way is like, well, we're going to sabotage it, right? We're going to sabotage it, make it not safe, make sure people don't want to do it because then they're like, man, it's dope. But every time it goes, always drama, it's always this, it's always that. And so I think that hinders people. And then, the big thing is money, right? Money, and not having the resources probably.
And the craziest thing is Fresno is full of money.
Yeah.
Full of it.
Yeah.
Like the agricultural tap in that
Facts.
Fresno has is crazy. So you have people out here that should be willing to invest more into the city and more into things. Why doesn't Fresno have more gyms? You feel me? Why doesn't Fresno have a 24-hour fitness? Just think about that. Like, because a 24-hour fitness will be huge for the city of Fresno because it has the hoops, it has the gym. You feel me? Every city.
I don't even think you need a 24-hour fitness. Just make a basketball gym at these gyms that we already got out here.
Yeah, or that. Or I
you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. Yeah.
24 has it. And like I said, I just think it kind of goes to like Fresno and its college itself doesn't even recruit from home.
Not a lot.
When you really look at Fresno State football, Fresno State basketball, a lot of stuff, they're not even recruiting from home. So it's like if your own home doesn't see the potential in its home,
that's
then
true.
how can anybody else buy into its home? Because it's been a lot of guys from Fresno that you've seen like, damn, he dope. Why he didn't go to Fresno State? He took off and went to, Nevada. A lot
Distractions. I mean, we've heard the age-old story. A lot of people just want to leave where they're from.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, but even in leaving where you're from, it comes with the whole like, is my city buying into me?
100%.
Because if I'm a coach and I see that you're a guy,
right,
and I come buy into you, as much as I want to leave home, but I'm a D1 school and I'm willing to say, hey, Alton, here's a full ride, and you looking at the rest of your scholarships like, that's a D2, that's this, and
right.
you would stay home.
Yeah.
And and then it goes into, once you're home, everybody around you in that community buying in and protecting you. Yeah. And making sure, no, Alton, you're not about to fall off, bro. Like
we'll hold you accountable.
You are the ticket. You are the guy that's gonna hold this and do that. And part of that, all that, especially what Bake said, it starts with that. The fear of failure.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate that uncomfortable failure thing. And it's okay to fail. Like
it is.
That's the thing that people don't understand. It's okay.
Yeah.
A lot of great things have come from failure.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Like lessons.
Yes.
The biggest thing.
I don't even call them losses.
Yeah, they're all lessons.
You learn. And so now before we talk about the Pro-Am, what was some of your lessons that you learned? Because I know this probably wasn't your first adventures, right? To like, hey, I want to start something, do something different.
My man's a dope ref too. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
Man.
Referees don't usually get reviews like that.
Shout out to the refs.
I just want to listen.
I retired, man.
You said I retired.
I did
sport
this.
Did you do?
I did basketball.
Okay.
He wasn't that good.
No, he's a hater. It's all good. But I retired from basketball, and I'll never forget this story. We went to Nevada. We had to ref damn near 30 games in 3 days. It was an AAU tournament. And I'll never forget this day. I was reffing Andre Miller's son, right? And he wasn't coming at me. He was coming at the other dude. But from there, I just like, this is too much for me. Like, I don't want to do, like, I just like watching the game. I don't want to be.
He not that good.
No. I was really good. Bro.
When it was a block.
You been to camps and all that good stuff?
I've been to camps. I was getting recruited to do like the high school games, the big high school games. Like I could have damn near did that, but I don't want to be a ref. Because when you know the game, then you know how to call the game. But he's a crybaby sometimes, so he wants.
I'm the last person.
He's one of those. Hey, he one of those guys that like, hey, give me that call because you know me type thing. No, he does. Because you know how it is when you know somebody.
Just look at you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna look at you.
That's what that is.
Because you knew you were supposed to make that call.
It went like he be like.
Bro, you supposed to make the call.
But you know what's actually hard for a lot of referees to do is to not make that calls because they knew somebody or whatever.
Yeah.
And so,
it's
the
the paradigm.
It is.
I'm joking. He was good.
I was good.
I give Baker a hard time because we had some games where I had to look at him like, it's either A, he made a call, or I'm like, bro, you could have let that one ride. Or B, I feel like sometimes he treated me like I was Shaq and LeBron. Like, you strong. You all right.
Yeah,
I got that treatment sometimes. Not all the time.
Did you get that?
Sometimes because if he's more athletic than those other guys, I was like, all right, cool. But then when it was all right, it was blatant. Like, you gonna get hit, man. We gonna get hit.
I was just talking. I was just having a conversation with somebody about what you just said right now. So he's bigger, so it's like you punishing for that, right?
No, I'm not trying to punish him. I'm just saying, like, when you got the advantage, right? And you looking for a bailout. He was Jason Tatum.
Okay.
He was Jason Tatum.
I had my moment.
He was like,
I had my moment.
Going up there, soft butter biscuits, expecting a foul because he got hit a little bit. Yeah. And he looking at, I'm like, bro, you ain't getting that, bro. You ain't getting no bailout. If you go up strong, then you'll get it. Because when he went up strong, he got his call.
And then to his credit, he would tell you that in your face as you going up the court.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
dope because a lot of referees will think what you did and not make that call, but then they won't follow up with that.
Yeah.
Hey, go up stronger next time. You know what I'm saying, or whatever that looks like.
But my man Alton, he's fair.
Yeah, man.
He gives the calls where they need to be called. So I
Appreciate you.
Put that out there.
So what was your first adventure before the Pro-Am? Like, what was your one of your things? Like, I want to try something. I want to do something different outside the box, or just do something big, innovative.
100%. First, I had to overcome the fear of like. I seen an interview with T-Mac, and he's doing OBL right now.
Okay.
And he was like, man, I would invest in other people's ideas, but I never invested in my own because I didn't have the confidence to invest in my own ideas.
Ooh.
And so I felt that when I read that, I was like, yo, after basketball, I didn't have the confidence. I was like, yo, my whole identity was wrapped around just being a hooper. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was just like, I'm not creative. I'm not an entrepreneur. And then I had to get over that. And so I just focused on the next steps. And so I say all that to say, I wanted to do a clothing line, just like a lot of other people, but that was a boring idea. That's a boring idea. I want to do a clothing line, and then you got to ask yourself: does the world need another clothing line?
Because how's your clothing line gonna stand out? That's the thing I keep trying to think about. Like, what's gonna make your clothing line? It's just a T-shirt.
It's just that's what I actually at that time it was just a logo.
Yeah, it's just a logo. That's really all it is. All needs to change up just a logo.
And so I started to like reverse engineer how I want to make that happen. First, I was like, all right, here's a logo. I like this. And I was like, all right, do T-shirts? Nah, that'd be whack. How am I going to promote? How am I going to do this?
Right.
Let me stick to what I know. Let me go to the game of basketball. All right. Where do I want my product to live? I want it to live on the basketball court during games. All right, cool. Can I design a T-shirt that goes underneath the jersey? Nah, that's not cool enough. Well, what part of the uniform needs some attention? And at the time, it was socks.
Socks are big.
Socks are big.
Socks are huge.
And so at the time, I put my Central High School logo on these socks. I branded it, talked to the athletic director, and he was like, I like this. You can sell these at a game. And so I started to sell them at a game.
Nice.
And I ended up donating them, a bunch of them, to the team. They wore them one night. They played against Edison High School. I'll never forget. It was the first time I've ever put my product out there. Fresno B came out because it was a big game, and then they ended up taking a nice photo of the whole bench, just all the socks just lined up with the shoes because the team had everything the same. And I was like,
that's dope.
all right, I think
that's fire. That's fire.
I mean,
it's for your first project. I mean, that's now I'm like, that was good. It's a good start.
That's a good start.
There's a market. Okay, there's a good market.
But then I ended up doing that and dropping that immediately after. I saw the big picture. I was like, yo, the NBA ain't even tapping into this right now.
Right.
2 years. A lot of times my ideas be like 2 or 3 years early. I've
Nah,
learned
that's
that
what's up.
2 or 3 years early, and so two years later, the NBA signs a deal with Stance socks. The whole NBA's like plushed out with socks. Like
Wow.
they got everybody, and so that was that, man. I dropped that and started doing graphic designing. Did that for a while and did some freelance stuff. Man, I can go down the line, man. I was just a bunch of failures and a bunch of just throwing stuff out there. The ideas started to grow. The investment started to grow, man.
Right.
I put a couple $1,000 into a screen printing machine and ended up buying an account from a company that was downsizing and getting ready to close up.
Mm-hmm.
And made some money back tenfold quickly because I was able to negotiate a couple things, and then ended up moving the equipment from, you know, my mother-in-law's garage, which I was chipping her out, giving her some money for like just to keep it there. Ended up moving it here downtown where we are today, and that fell flat. And what I ended up learning with that venture was that, like, you know, it was just too early for these ideas, man. So time is super important.
That's true.
Timing is
like
everything,
impeccable,
buddy.
Facts.
Yeah,
It's super duper important. But I think you had to go through those things to set you up for where you are today.
oh for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing we tend to not understand. We be like, damn, it didn't work. But those things were seasons to help you get ready for the next step. Like, all right, you were supposed to get that in that season. You're supposed to get that. It's like adding different ingredients before you make the main
like
meal.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so now we're here. We got a main dish that can be something amazing, right? But you've learned all the different spices, right? All the different flavors. Like, that didn't work. Let me try this. Let me try that. Now we got the FresnoProAm.
Now your
Fire illustration, bro.
and now your gumbo is real.
Now
Yeah.
the gumbo's real.
It's
Now
real,
your
real.
gumbo's real.
And I'm poised for it, man. It's one thing to like have something to be timely, but it's another thing to have your feet under you while you're doing
Okay.
That's real.
It's
You know,
another
'cause-
gym. It's
huh?
another gym.
it. There's another thing to have your feet under you, and I still feel like there's moments where I'm like, oh, I don't have my feet under me, but it's just, and this is just me being just real about the entire situation, because like I done been through, Nip said it, all the emotions with entrepreneurship, with finding myself outside of basketball for the last 10 years and growing a family in the meantime, all the things, man. So I still have those moments, man. Human, just like anybody else.
Facts.
So, you know, we got the big spectacle of the FresnoProAm, but it started off small, right? Technically, relative Clovis Rec. So what was the prompting idea to start with that and get that going, and then as we progress to the big picture that we got going now?
Big picture, yeah. So it started with a run back in early September of last year. I'll never forget, I was at home and I was my little bro Tyler was at the crib and he was doing some school work, and I remember walking into the room. He was in my son's room and I had this clipboard in my hand, and I'm like, Tyler, look, man, I just started refereeing at the Clovis Rec, and I can reserve some space, and I can, you know, we can start doing some runs. Let's like invite the homies out. And he was like, all right. And I said, but look, I want to be able to add some structure to this. So like we do it like this, 5-on-5. So we had this whole like whiteboard full of like ideas, and then I'm bouncing them off of him, and I'm like, man, dope. I appreciate you, because like when somebody like entertains an idea, I appreciate that.
Facts.
I appreciate somebody entertaining an idea, because they don't have to. They don't have to at all.
That's 100.
And so he did, and I was like, all right, cool, bet. I'm gonna take this and run with it. I appreciate it. He got back to his work. I got to my work. Long story short, we ended up getting to, I keep saying that.
That's all good.
We ended up getting to a run. I hit up my other little bros. Was like, yo, invite some homies out. Like we play ball at the park all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go inside the gym.
Facts.
Mind you, this was last year when like pandemic, gyms just started opening up.
Yeah.
Slow
And so,
process. Yeah.
It's a little process, yeah. So we ended up getting to the gym, and we had a good run. I call them good runs. Any good run is everybody leaves shirt sweating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Nobody ain't trying to go out there and get hurt or whatever. And
Good
so
competition.
good competition. But it was a good run. Man, my boy Sterling walked up to me after the first run and was like, so Alton, like, he met me at the car. He's like, yo, like, what do you plan on doing with this whole run thing? Like, he's like, I know you. You're not gonna just you're not gonna just do this and just like that's it. Like, you're not gonna. There's something. He just knew that there was more to it. And I said, man, I'm just trying to get a good run in. that's it. I'm just focused on these good runs, and I am. Every time I have a bigger plan, just realize that like it's always about this immediate goal right now first. So I'm not trying to think too far ahead.
Yeah.
And so he was just like, man, I don't know. So he stuck around. He stuck around long enough to get to like January of this year when we put our first Pro-Am team together. And we entered that team into the Clovis Rec League. And what's crazy is I actually shared the Pro-Am idea with somebody that worked at the Rec. And when I saw Greg Smith walk into the gym one day, I'm refereeing, and I seen Greg Smith walk in. I seen a couple other guys walk in, and I'm like, yo, man, we got pros in here.
Yeah.
Like, why are pros in Clovis at the recreational centers? What I'm asking myself.
Facts.
Interesting.
But gym rats, man, these guys just want to hoop.
Yeah, that's all we care. That's all they care about.
That's
At the end
it.
of the day.
I remember those days, man. But I was like, yo, we got pros, and then we got amateurs. I said, yo, let's. I almost said it because I literally gave him everything. He could have just went with it. Took off. And he was like, nah, man. I think he thought that like starting a Pro-Am league would be just like a huge undertaking. I said, no, bro, all you have to do is just change the name because let's call this what it is. You have a pro right there. You have amateurs right there. Call it a Pro-Am league and let's unfold it that way. I guarantee you guys would.
Yes.
They would gravitate to
They'll
it.
gravitate towards it, and then let's make it what it could be. And the rest is history, man.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
That's what's up, though.
The way I found out, because I was hooping in January when you was reffing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like I started seeing it pop up on social media. It was one of those things. I'm like, FresnoProAm. FresnoProAm. So then I look, I'm like, oh, runs is at this date. I'm like, all right, let me slide over there, man. You feel me? And I get in there and it was like, this is it. That's how I felt. Like, this is it. It already had been going on. And when I first seen it, I'm like, I wonder how exclusive this is. Like, do I have to know somebody? Is it like, something real secretive and you can't get in? It's like a secret society.
Facts.
Right.
And it was like, nah, because I started seeing local people who I normally hang out with, have conversations with some of the fellas. I'm like, oh, there's a lot of normal dudes.
Yeah.
I said, I can fit. I know I can go hoop. So
that's what's up. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And it was, I showed up and met Alton again officially in that capacity.
Facts.
And it was like, boom. And that's how I got it started. And then, I told some people like, yeah, man, it's solid runs because everybody in there, whether pro, amateur, we in there to hoop.
Yeah.
And when you walk into that gym and you step on that court, you better bring whatever game that you got, however you fit, because everybody in there is killed or be killed. No, something crazy, but that's just how it is.
It's competition.
It's competitive. It's competitive. We first called it competitive runs. That's what was like the bio. And as soon as we start seeing pros show up, it was like, okay, this is Pro-Am runs.
Yeah.
As soon as the pro shows up, it's official. It's pro run.
Yeah.
Period.
Pretty much.
And then college guys started to show up, and then the rest is history. And I like how you mentioned, that you're like, yo, like, can I fit in there? Is it secret? Because there's a lot of runs out here, bro. That's just secret for no reason, honestly.
Bro.
No, that's real.
No reason. No good reason.
Like, yeah, we're gonna open a gym, but you only could bring
10 people.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Because
it's bad for basketball culture, man. That's what we're against. We're not to cut you off.
No, you're good.
We're bad. We don't, man. If there's one thing that I don't appreciate, is that there's a lot of moves that are being made in the basketball game that's just not good for the sport. That's just not good for the sport. We need to grow the sport out here.
He talking that
talk.
He talking that
in private runs where only 10 guys, and I get it. If you're old and you want to have your older buddies can go out there, but if it's competitive and guys are coming from college and they come back home to the 559 where they live, where they from, where they family at, and then like they want to get a good run in, they need to be able to have that accessibility, and so that's why we do what we do, man. That's why we do what we do. And now you're gonna start seeing people that are having private runs, quote unquote,
want to be a part of it.
Not only that, they're going to have cameras in there. So what's the point of a private run if you're going to have cameras? You're going to show us what we can't attend?
That. So even before we get to the big picture, Ball is Life has been out here twice.
Right.
How much of your hand or you was a part of Ball is Life being out here twice. They were just out here 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken.
They were.
And then I know they had the big event at Gaston Middle School, which was dope overall, because it looked like a no shade to Rucker, but it looked like a Rucker Park field. It was nobody sitting down, everybody up. It just looked like, I was out of town that weekend, so I didn't get a chance to attend, but the atmosphere,
it was a movie. It was a movie.
Was great.
It was a great basketball moment for Fresno. It was a great Fresno basketball moment. Okay. And so when they came out, shout out to Coach Jervis Cole. He's the organizer of all that. Like that's his people right there. And there's a couple of guys from Fresno that are connected to the Ball is Life team and those organizers and stuff. But I had no hand in bringing them to town. They do reach out when they come to town and say, hey, can you guys come out and come play? But that's the extent to where, that we have. But we put together a team from the open runs. Again, man, I'm always going to go back to my open runs because it's open for a reason.
Facts.
Like you can come out to one open run and find yourself in a Pro-Am league game against, you feel me?
That's
like,
dope, though.
That's like,
dope.
come out. That means come out and bring your game because people are watching and opportunities and doors are open. But I say all that to say that, bro, Ball is Life came out and I was like, man, my mentality was like, man, some people think this is like one moment. And people like to be like, oh, man, I just want to be there for this one moment. I said, this is a movement, man. Like, for Fresno basketball, we're gonna make this last. We're going to make that moment last for a long time. And so we
make it last forever.
No, that's what's up, though. I like the vision because you definitely got that visionary mindset. Like, look, some of y'all just think this is temporary because that's what we're accustomed to. Goes for maybe a year or two, then it fizzles through, and you're like, whatever happened to that?
Yeah, real microwave-ish.
But what I love is that your vision is like, look, man, I'm thinking bigger, but we still gonna do what we got to do to get to that. But I want y'all to know this is a movement that we gonna try to move forward. So then Ball is Life is gonna want to come out here all the time. That's gonna be one of their destination stops. Like, we got to go to Fresno. Because Fresno got hoopers.
You're not gonna overlook us, man.
Exactly. That's what I like.
Long gone are the days where Fresno's gonna be overlooked, even in the Pro-Am landscape. Right? You got San Francisco Pro-Am. I feel like I'm all over the place with this conversation.
No, that's good.
This is where it's at. That's why this is where this is why this is this place.
Talking that talk.
Yeah.
Talking that talk. Talking. I love it, man.
It's regular conversation.
Fresno Pro-Am landscape. The Pro-Am landscape across the country. We're not going to be overlooked. We have San Francisco Pro-Am in California. We have the Drew League in LA. We're representing Central California.
Yeah.
Right here. And like Coach Haynes said in a different podcast, I think it's called Quest for Success. Y'all go check that out. Not to promote any other podcast.
No.
But y'all go check that out.
Check it out.
He says, Fresno, for the Central Valley, Fresno is the mecca of basketball, and that's going to be the furthest from the truth. Couldn't be the furthest from the truth. But, yeah, no more overlooking Fresno, no more overlooking, those opportunities. That's one opportunity. Ball is Life coming out here, and when they looking at their calendar, like, oh, should we go here? Yeah,
we got to go
here.
there. It's going to be we got to go to Fresno. I don't care what we's doing. We got to go to Fresno. So now moving to the big picture, right?
Right.
We got the Fresno Pro-Am. How do you feel about, putting it, it's just because this is the first year, like actually starting it for years to come.
Ain't that the word?
Inaugural.
Yeah,
I like that. We haven't been using that word, but I like it.
You got to use that word.
Yeah.
Because when we win, I'm going to make sure we say we are the inaugural champions. I'm just putting that out there now.
I like that.
Prime time we here.
I like it.
I'm going to just say what it is.
I like it. So you got your league now. How do you feel about it? And where do you see it sort of going in? How did it come about as far as like having like a season aspect where you got like it's not just a one day. It's like we got an actual league where we're playing games for the chip. We're going to play for a championship and all that other good stuff.
100%, man. And we have some good examples out here with other Pro-Am leagues. But it all boils down to space and structure. It all boils down to space and structure. Dude just added the structure of a league to this idea, and then we have strong relationships, so we reach out to people that we want to build with, and
nice.
We start to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Because when I seen I want to say you posted on the IG. Mm-hmm. And I seen it, I was like, "Oh, I'm in." I think I was.
You were the first one in. You were the first one in.
Wow.
He was the first one in.
He feels special right now, right?
No, he was. Like, he was the first one in. And I showed my wife, I was like, look, we already got one. He was in it.
I was in it because I seen what these Wednesday night runs look like. And I was like, worst case scenario, he'd be like, well, it's not going to happen. I'll just shoot you your bread back. I feel like that was a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But I was in because, it's like, why not?
Right.
You feel me? And,
appreciate that.
So what's the process then? How do you get into the league? Like, if I want to play or somebody wants to play, what's the process of, is it based off people that played in your open runs, or is it a little bit of mixture of both? Or
look, we and I like to say this, man. We grabbed a group of guys that played recreational basketball, and now we're playing pro-am basketball, which is a different brand of basketball. It's not rec, it's pro-am basketball. There's a big difference. The process is simple. It's just we had a player registration.
Okay.
The fee was the fee. This year it was $75. Next year we're looking at a different type of structure for that. We're looking at sponsors next year already. We're already having conversations about season 2 right now.
That's dope.
But $75, you just get there's a liability waiver just in case, anybody sprains an ankle, anything, God forbid. Yeah, knock on wood.
Yep.
We've had very few injuries, which I'm proud of. Like, I walk out on the floor and I'm just like, all right, nobody got rolled an ankle, everybody can still, you still got your faculties good. So we got that, and then we also have the league code of conduct, just to make sure that everybody, you understand what's acceptable, what's what's not up in this league. Why we here, man? Let's keep the main thing. People want to come out here to see good basketball, and so that's what we're gonna give them. That's
good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh yeah, man. It's like I said, it's been a good experience just talking, and watching it and understanding, being a part of it. Just the conversations you have now on Wednesdays is different.
Is it really?
Yeah, because the fellas is that competitive nature still there. So yes. a little trash talk here and there. And then the funny thing is, like, nobody from the teams on Saturday are really playing with each other on Wednesdays. So you get that mixed bag, and then they back teammates on Saturday. So it's like it's an interesting.
That's dope.
It's an interesting, dope dynamic because it was like you still keeping the foundation with Wednesday nights, and I think that is dope in itself because sometimes people get something extravagant and then disregard the foundation.
Right. Oh, from our end?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, from
a player standpoint?
From a player standpoint or just people's standpoint, like, you started the bigger thing on Saturday night,
right?
But you ain't forgot about Wednesdays.
Right.
Still keeping Wednesdays flourishing and keeping that door open for that recreational hoop while having a Saturday hoop session.
100%.
You feel me? And I think that's what's real dope, that you have managed to keep both in those perspectives and run both very well.
I appreciate that, man. And that's very intentional in terms of, like, the frequency of us, having open runs 52 times a year. Every Wednesday, 52 times a year.
That's dope.
And then we have, 6 days of the year we're having our big events that we really want to be a big summer draw. So, it's longevity. And just, consistency. And I appreciate you always coming out, bringing the dope energy, bro. And just going out there and competing, of course. That's what you do.
Right.
But just, being actually one of the guys that's going to keep it. Hey, man, I ain't none of that. I just want to hoop, man. I'm not here to, you never step outside of that. So when I see that, I appreciate it. So,
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's real dope. So what do you see what's next for you and just for the league? Like, let's say the league first and then your plans. What's your big future plans for moving forward?
Big future plans. I mean, we have some things in the works. Can I come back on here to break some news?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
We are honored.
Okay.
Talk that talk nation.
No,
we are
likewise.
honored for real.
Man.
Likewise.
Have our bro come up here and break some grand breaking news.
So when that happens, bro, we gonna send this over to the other people, the news and all that, and they gonna get that second.
Okay. Oh yeah.
They're gonna get that second.
Yeah,
but it's our here.
That talk exclusive.
So when they drop that article, it's gonna mention Talk That Talk podcast.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
There it is.
There we go.
That's what's up, man. That's family there, man.
Big plans, man. We're looking at the Drew League. We've openly discussed or openly shared that we want we won in on the Pro-Am basketball challenge. That Red Bull
Oh
sponsor.
yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, we won in. So we want to get a team in there. San Francisco Pro-Am. We're looking for a team to get in there too.
Nice.
We got guys coming out. We got guys that play in the Pro-Am League that are also going out to San Francisco. But that's it right now, man. Right now we're focusing on the second half of the season.
Okay.
We have some good basketball. We want to see some great basketball.
Right. When's the championship?
Championship's July 23rd.
They coming.
July 23rd.
So playoffs is next week. Or they started.
No, you said the end of the season. Is the season July 23rd?
July, yeah, the championship. Yeah, it all ends on July 23rd.
Okay.
July 23rd.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is we're going to have the top 2 teams with their records.
Okay.
Duke it out.
I like that. So no playoffs, just whoever got the best records out of the time frame.
So you basically play the final regular season game. Everything adds up, and then who's ever the top 2 teams of the record, boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Oh, I like that.
Boom, boom.
I'll be in town. So we.
So what's your record, Reese?
Oh, we 3-2.
Damn.
I think they're hovering like right in the middle.
Yeah, we 3-2. But technically, I'm 2-0. I haven't lost. in the games I have played, I have yet to lose. It's true story. All right, listen, I'm just speaking facts. All right, I'm just bad. I'm missing games due to prior obligations and all that kind of stuff. But I'm invested into the league. He knows that. So that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. I'm really invested into helping this grow, into being a part, having conversations, doing, my part as just a citizen of the situation to make sure everything good, keeping things in line.
No, that's good, man. It seems like you trying to be on staff instead of a player.
I mean, whatever's needed.
Opportunities opening up, man.
Listen, whatever's needed, man. Whatever's needed.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I like it.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do sometimes. You got to find the right people who really trying to help something flourish, right? Because you're always going to have some people like, it's whatever. But, you get that right energy and you get the right people and anything is possible, man. And so it all starts off with the head guy and, you got a great spirit about you, bro. And that's what I admire about you is that it's about a family. It's like, hey, even though I came up with this idea, even when you talked about your bro, listening to that idea, right? Because that was a big step. Because what if he was like, man, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Like we don't even realize that how big and significant that could have been. Because it could have been, yeah, that's probably a bad idea anyway. I could do something else, right? But for him to say, oh yeah, let's try that, and now you go into 52 weeks to having a league and starting to do either, more bigger things, getting into other Pro-Am divisions and Pro-Am leagues to put Fresno on the map. That's dope, man. And it starts still, you don't hear no cocking. You know how some people be like, man, that's what I
right.
Nah, it's like, it's all love. We out here for a good cause. We just trying to play basketball, and we trying to put Central Valley on the map as a place where you can come and play basketball and have its own culture. And that's real dope, man. That's real dope.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, real talk. So, do you got the red lights?
I can hit him with something.
All right, man. You supposed to have,
light. What's that?
You supposed to have
we here.
the red lights.
We here.
Hot seat. Talk that talk.
We here.
We got our brother up in here. So you got our red shirt for a reason.
I got you.
So tell our brother how the red light.
So this is how this works. I'll ask you a couple of series of questions.
Yes.
And you got to go either or.
Either or, okay.
You got to go either or.
No explanations.
No real explanation.
Give me an example of that. Give me an example.
Just if we ask you a question like favorite shoe, LeBron's or Jordan.
Got you.
Something like that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to hit you with this right here.
Let's get it.
Better biscuits.
Ooh.
You said bread or biscuits?
No, better biscuits.
Butter?
Better. Which biscuit is
better?
Better
Biscuits. Better. Yeah, my bad.
Which biscuit is better?
I got you.
Grandma biscuits?
Ooh.
Like, grandma went and made them.
Okay.
Or Red Lobster.
Grandma. Easy.
Just gonna go easy with grandma?
Yeah. Grandma biscuits?
Yeah, you sure? You could,
Red Lobster's got the cheddar biscuits.
They got some fire biscuits.
Look.
Bro, you ever go to the store and get the box?
Yeah, listen. Bro, that's why I had to ask. I just wanted to make
How'd
sure.
you say it that quick then?
Yeah,
After you said that comment.
Hey, I ain't knocking him, but my grandma my favorite.
No,
so
I feel that.
You said grandma first, and then you said biscuits.
Yeah. I feel that. That's real.
Okay.
That's good.
If you had a choice to start your team, your hoop team, and this is got 2 people to choose from, you going Jordan or Bron?
Ooh,
Jordan or Bron.
To start your team, We're talking prime Jordan, prime Bron. Start your team.
I'm going prime Bron.
Oh, I love it.
He said that confidently.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going prime Bron.
King James. We still gonna win the chip, man. We're gonna win the chip.
Lakers fan?
Nah, I'm a
he's
Bron
a Bron
fan.
fan.
I'm a Bron fan. Okay.
I'm a diehard.
He's a Laker fan.
Lakers fan.
Diehard
Okay.
Yeah.
Laker fan. All right, so you got to pick between these two teams:
Okay.
the 08 Redeem team or the 2012 Olympic team.
Ooh, that's tough.
It's hot.
It's hot.
tough.
Hey,
It just got hot in here.
hey.
It just got hot. Boiling water.
You know what? I'll go redeem team, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
I wouldn't appreciate this explanation.
Because that team was impactful, right? Just the name, the redeem team. That's says a lot. That says they had a lot on their shoulders. They shouldered a lot, and then
Yeah.
they lifted a lot too.
They got slapped in 04, so you better shoulder a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But then they lifted a lot too, so that's my answer.
That's what's up.
I like that.
That's what's up. One more. We got one more.
I think we got one more. Hold up. They just slipped my mind.
Just lost it?
I just lost it. It just poofed out my brain. I
all
lost
good.
it. Yeah.
You lost it?
I lost it.
Oh.
I had it and it left. Maybe they come back to me.
I thought you was reading it off.
No.
I thought he was reading it
No,
off.
I wasn't.
You wasn't okay.
Like I said, I had those three ready to go, and the last one, it when you was answering, it poof.
Yeah, my bad.
Good.
So I would say this then.
Okay.
Before we get up out of here, to keep it close to what we talked about, where will FresnoProAm League be if you had to rank them as the top 3 out of the Drew League, the San Francisco League, and the FresnoProAm League?
Oh, I'm gonna easily rank it, man. It's gonna be third. We top. I mean, these are the best 3 in California, man. There's a lot in the nation. We respect the 49 years that Drew League put in, and then I think 41 years that San Francisco Pro-Am put in. We're season 1, man. We're season 1, but I'm not gonna tell you that we not aiming for them.
Ain't knocking on the door.
I ain't gonna tell you that we not underdogs, because we know Fresno know what being an underdog is.
Yeah.
All too often, man. All too well. So we coming for that, man.
Okay. I like that. I love it. It's that slight competitiveness. Like, hey, yeah, I respect, but just know. Just know.
Hey.
We coming for y'all.
Get
I don't care
interesting.
how long y'all did it for. I respect
get
y'all for the
interesting.
years that y'all did it for, but just know. But anyway, man, we appreciate you, bro, coming out here, showing some love, talking a little bit about what you're doing. We can't wait to see, what's next for you. This is gonna be big. And I told my boy Jordan, I said, hey man, this got a lot of potential, to do some real big things.
Try to get Jordan to coach next year, man.
You gonna think of him coach?
Yeah, get him coach because he ain't gonna want to play. So you might as well use his skills.
Man, he tried.
Jordan who?
Jordan Amers.
Play
Oh yeah. Okay. He got a referee. He got a coach. He got to do something. You heard me when I was talking to him.
Yeah.
I told you, you got to do something.
You gotta
I told
come out
you,
here and do something.
He gotta do something.
Yeah,
man.
you sitting here just wasting all that good basketball knowledge. And
I know,
skill.
right?
You just
I
sitting
know.
around yelling at the TV.
That just reminded me. man.
He coaching for your boys though. He's coaching for the Central, Grizzlies.
Is he for real?
Yeah.
All right,
He's
bet.
He
gonna
on
be
the
coaching.
staff?
We'll be out there. We'll be out
I
there.
don't know if I was supposed to break that news, but
That's good. I'm proud of Jordan.
yeah, man, he's coaching, man.
that's
He loves it.
You got to come coach. Let's say come coach a pro-am team. We need Jordan wisdom.
Okay.
It's big brother.
He did actually do something dope. That was on week 1. He came out. He gave me the phone. Was like, here, somebody want to talk to you. I'm like, who's this? And it's Quincy Pondexter. He put Quincy Pondexter on the phone. I've never spoken to him ever in my life. I know his career and all that, but
That's a good person too.
Yeah.
but yeah, he was actually trying to come out and play QP.
Yeah.
But,
We
we'll
need
see how that goes.
We need
That'll be lit.
That'll be lit.
Nice little.
Come play
nice
prime time.
Yeah.
Cause he know me. I feel like he should play on my team.
He's yeah. He coaches.
I'm trying to win by any means. You feel me?
Oh, man.
He trying to get the heavy hitters.
Well, tell the
Listen.
folks how they can get in contact with you, baby.
You can catch me at Fresno Pro-Am. That's actually the team. The staff runs it. At Fresno Pro-Am on Twitter, on Instagram, and also Facebook.
Nice.
You can also catch me on my personal account. It's private, but it's at a.o.williams on Instagram.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
Up, man. That's what's up, man. But hey, we're about to get up out of here, family. Thank you for our brothers coming in here and sharing this time. This man's a busy guy, man. So for
Yes.
him to be in here, man, that means a lot to us. And you already heard it. We're going to have a Talk That Talk exclusive. Uh-oh. See, that's why we doing this Talk That Talk up close, to share light on what people are doing in Fresno, man. Because like we said, man, Fresno is a great place, man. You know, you got two LA bros out here in Fresno, and we became Fresno natives, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Literally Fresno natives, man. But y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed, and always remember
To do what?
to talk that talk. We out of here, baby.
Peace.
Peace.